Hey, so real quick update while I have the back lounge myself. Today's show was in St. Louis, which I think I had right last night's video. Pretty cool little venue, actually. We've been here a lot. The weather wasn't too bad. It was pretty humid, but the temperature was only around 85. And typically this place was, absolute scorchers. 100% humidity, 100 degrees, where you're just dying all day. So there's a lot of sweating, but it wasn't too brutal. Show was pretty good. I think Rick played really well. Actually, I think overall the band played better than last night. Last night was a bit of a weird one. And I've actually managed to suss out a problem on the rig that I've been trying to trace for the last couple of days. We had this kind of crazy problem 2 shows ago where I think I might have mentioned this, where there was a switching issue internally in the software where there's random switches, random MIDI commands being sent out or not being read, which I've never had happen before in the software. And so I am going over to the backup computer the last 2 shows, which I pretty much rarely use, if I ever use, and which is kind of nice because I haven't tested in a while, so I got it all working. But there was this really weird thing on a pair of channels where I had some just a real quick little thing. So there's, I guess, 11 outputs we use off the computer system. There's 2 kick channels, 2 snare channels, a percussion clap, stereo loops, and a cowbell channel. So the stereo loop channels are basically used for stuff like the loops in Rocket or like Love Bites. There's like a long tambourine kind of thing, percussion loop going on. And when I went over to the computer, one of the outputs was buzzing on the analog output, so I swapped to another output on the. So there's 2 converters per computer. Sorry, a bit rambly here. And I switched from one of the converters, one of the outputs off the main, the first converter to the second converter. Well, I think the thing is there's, I think they're not quite phase accurate as far as the clock synced into converters, which normally you would never notice because there's nothing that needs to be phase accurate coming out of the damn thing. But when I move on the loop channels over, on the Love Bites loop, it was phasing just in the very first hit. So the last show, we're kind of going, is something wrong? And at that point, I said there was a few, some guitar issues going on yesterday. So it's kind of was it us? Is it monitoring? I don't know. And I took the day, and it was seemed okay. But during the show, I was listening, it was kind of the 2 and 2 together, it's phasing out. I didn't notice in a Rocket because there's nothing dead center in that Rocket loop, so it was kind of and the frequencies weren't canceling out. But just in the first hit of the Love Bites loop, it was phasing out. So, needless to say, super happy to figure that one out. Get it fixed tomorrow. Wasn't a showstopper. Our front house guy, who's got amazing ears, didn't even notice. Although I think he has EQ differently, so he actually wouldn't have picked up that first hit. It's a little more buried in the mix. I think it's probably most prominent in Rick's mix, which is why Rick and I went, what the hell's going on? Anyway, so got that fixed. Super happy about that. All showered up, obviously, nice and clean, and we are on our way to Chicago for a day off. I'm super excited. I love Chicago. It's one of my favorite cities in the country, actually. And I'm hanging out with a friend of mine, local there, tomorrow, so it'll be kind of fun. Catch up with her, go out and have dinner, and go kick it. Overall, just a real chill day. Might do a little shopping, perhaps. I don't know. I keep jonesing after camera gear that I really shouldn't buy, especially in a slow year. But I keep looking at it though. As well as that new iPad Pro. That thing is so sexy. Our front house guy got one a couple days ago, and it was. I actually, in Salt Lake City, I went to look at one, knowing full well I really have no need for it. And thankfully, we were in Salt Lake City on Sunday, and the Apple Store was closed, so I couldn't buy it. The universe telling me no. However, the camera gear is tempting. Anyways, I'm going to call this good today because I am tired. We got about a 5-hour drive, and we're getting booted off the bus and get to the hotel. So I want to get as much sleep as I possibly can. Typically, I'm one of those people, once I'm up, I'm awake. I don't fall back asleep. So I think once I get to the hotel, 7-ish or so, I'll be awake for the day. So if I can get 5-6 hours on the bus tonight, I'll be super happy. And I'll get some cool video footage for you guys tomorrow. I'll be walking around Chicago, doing some shopping. Who the hell knows? We'll see. But catch you guys tomorrow.